Az. Gaz adam.
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like porking that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps, can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the
Aynen.
ropes, Phelps.
This is our
En başı bir
There are
görev.
no ropes.
Zaten bir saat sürüyor oğlum.
Take long then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of
Öyledir.
Sawyer.
Öyle
Firefighter
evet.
will be on
Öyleymiş
location.
yani bilmiyorum ki.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
Coroner says it's going to take at least a week.
Kanka
to find ID.
Redded'e başlayacağım. Mafya 2 değil de. O da olur inşallah.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if
Bizi düşürdüler,
That
arabamız
bum
nasıl
took a
olur?
swipe at me. I put him down with my.
I'm praying that those prints come
Selam Nur, hoş geldin.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with.
Evet oyun. Yeni arabamız bu. Nasıl? 2. Hiç uğraşamam. Eren hadi la. Aynen Red Dead. Red Dead 2. Sen ortağımsın ya, ortağımın adısın ya. Ortağımsın ya, o yüzden sana diyorum. Senin adını söylüyorum. Evleri yanmış.
Left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in her face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance.
Bak bak.
There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late
Rockstar
last
oyunu
night.
alınmaz mı?
That was Fairway
Oha,
County
Red Dead
Highway.
2'yi de almazsın
Want some kind of
demezsin bu arada.
competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. They come home with
Red
us.
Dead 2 diyoruz oğlum.
Lucky, really.
Seviyeye
Yeah,
bak.
the insurance.
Red Dead 2
Everything they
en iyi
own, including their
oyunlardan.
house, is not a pile of rubble.
Abartma sen de.
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down.
Gidip GTA
Orders
Trilogy
their bulldozers
almadım.
in this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house.
Bu da Rockstar
In
oyunu
the
ayrıca.
ruins.
Ona
Can't believe
bakılırsa.
he's his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Aynen. Rütbem düştü diye yapıyorlar. Kanka tamam da Red Dead 2'ye de laf söylemezsin.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Bu kadar. Çok fazla ipucu vardı.
Mr. Stevens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
Red Dead 2'ye dersin de ayıp edersin diyorum.
We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent.
Red Dead 2'ye ayıp dersin yani. Bakacağız, daha bitmedi.
Can you tell me
Bitemez
any
öyle
more
öyle.
about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the suburban redevelopment.
Bu kadar büyük bir şirket hemen bitmez.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. The lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. My house is the center lot.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it.
Okay.
I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
What's with him?
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
Bilmem. Göreceğiz işte. Görmeden bilemem. Böyle bir şey olur büyük ihtimalle. Daha basit görevler verecekler gibi.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. You have an address for them.
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks for your help. You know the way. You can drive.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater exploded.
Another one.
Looks that way. Insta-Heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Mal,
You gonna stick it out, Cole?
Ortaokul deneyimi. Oley.
what have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother,
GTA
father, two
Definitive
kids.
Edition ne
All in
lan?
bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death.
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with the faulty water heater.
Ha şey diyorsun ya.
There's been a speed problem.
Remaster olanı. Değil mi?
I've got another.
Triloji değil miydi o ya?
Elucidate, detective? This is a
Siz
murder.
isimleri karıştırıyorum.
Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something.
Alırım kanka.
I'm an arson.
Rüyamda falan. Rüyamda falan
I feel
alırım.
sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Aha. Kesin aldım kanka. Aldım geldi mi?
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
Belli oğlum. Red Dead 2'yi aldım zaten. Önceden almıştım. İndirime girmişti. 200 liraya almıştım. Bir tane daha Muhammed. Abi arkadaşlar. Bir Muhammed daha mı? PlayStation'da indirilmiyor Nur.
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps, can you help?
They were supposed to be going away.
Yüzüme baka
They
baka
won a trip
kararız.
somewhere.
Aynen.
But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
O sırada bir tane öyle
Up
oldu.
on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Benim hepsi orijinal.
You've been a big help.
Hiç sahte yok. Olamazdı zaten PlayStation'da. Kırmadığım sürece, kırdırtmadığım. 4'ü kırdırtabiliyorduk ama kırdırtmamıştım. Neyse şunu alalım bakalım. Gel bebeğim gel hadi yakalım.
Stop! LAPD! We got an ID on these fireboats. Stop right there!
You know how dangerous that is?
A family died in that fire. We need to ask some questions.
Yo aslında bayağı ucuz ya.
How dare you?
Hadi. Hadi.
I got you now, motherfucker.
Hadi. Hadi. Nasıl?
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires.
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Ne oldu? Anneme küfür
Cigarette in the
ediyordum.
matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a
Telefonunu
mosquito
tıkla.
coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one.
Allah bana veriyor. Ben zaten oyunun içinden geçiyorum.
Gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it.
Mesela FIFA'nın içinden geçiyorum.
There's something to this.
O kadar veriyorsam içinden geçerim
Arson
yani.
is insurance. It's always been
Bütün gün FIFA oynuyoruz
Still
ya.
investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Ya hiçbir zaman tabii o paraya değmez de.
You're behind the wheel.
Sıkar demeye çalıştın herhalde. Ben bazen de sıkmaz. FIFA sıkmıyor bazen. Bazen sıkıyor işte. Bırakıyorum. Niye mi alıyorsunuz? Neden acaba? Zevkim olduğu için. Hobim. Param da var yani alacak. Bazılarını. Hepsini olmasa da. O zaman niye almayayım yani? 50 saat oynarsan bir şey her türlü sıkar diyorsun da ben 250 saat, 300 saat oynayınca sıkılmıyorum FIFA'yı.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
Bir senede 250-300 saat
Can I help you,
iyidir.
gentlemen? We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a
Razan.
competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember.
500 liraları alacak param yok ama 100 liralıkları alabilirim.
One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
2 ayda, 3 ayda.
Take a look at that.
NPS'i 1K saatten fazla var. Aynen oluyor yani işte. Hadi gel hepsini tık.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue. Here they are, Steffens.
Eren sendeyiz.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Benim PES'im var. Teker teker hepsini tıkladım. Sırf PES 21'de 4 saat. Nur'un şeyi gitmiş yorumu.
So they are not a government agency?
Hiç hesap ödetmedim. Ben ödettim. Ben herkese hesap ödettiririm bu arada. Niye ödettirmeyeyim oğlum?
Were a prize. Yes, they were. You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You can
Yok görünmüyor. Gitti. LOL'lü bir şey yazdın ya gitti.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. I just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you?
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. But great.
200 lira, 2000 lira yani. O zaman bizimki normal.
You can drive.
Let me guess. You want to check out the suburban address?
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
Hayırlı olsun Muhammed. Ekran kartı. Güzelmiş.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
We came as soon as we could.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore
Aynen,
Avenue
iyi
as
yapsın.
well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look.
Aynen. Dolar 13 iken PC toplamanın tam
Is the
zamanı.
heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Ortaokul deneyimi. En sevdiğim. Ne bok yiyeceğim bunu. Dolar 7'yken biraz düşsün o zaman dedim. 8 oldu dedim ki 8 iken hiç toplamamız 10 oldu. O daha düşerim 13 oldu şimdi. Çıkıyor.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Şimdi ben nereden yiyeceğim? Deneme yanılma yöntemi yapacağım.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Saw his picture in the paper.
You can drive.
Away.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Peanuts are walking down the street. One was assaulted.
California to be a secretary.
That broad has socks in her brassiere.
Say, could I borrow some of that mascara?
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
Mister, a man...
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70, yeah. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
I think you're lying, Rasick. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, Detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
What about Matthew Ryan?
You know about Ryan, huh? All right, he's been in some trouble, I know that. He's done his time.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasick?
I need guys, Detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Ne oldu Saadettin sana?
How can I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew. Charged for contempt of court. Attempted murder. Plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed. Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa,
Maşallah.
currently
Zaten
working on a new
zengindir
housing
yani.
development. Hey, Varley's a
Başa
good guy.
geleceğini
You
iyi.
can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do. But my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick. Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine. Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all? Doesn't look like anything. The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Clemens is a fellow traveler. Varley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
What the heck, fire?
Ne diyorsun Eren? Neresi?
You're behind the wheel.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting Clemens?
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. He does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
You were licensed and worked for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
Clemens, you're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Can you drive to this one? LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot.
Görüşürüz Nur, kendine iyi bak.
Come on, Varley. You can't keep running forever. stop or I will shoot. Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition.
İlk başta direkt bilmişim.
Your guest is
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot.
İlk başta doğru bilmişim.
Take him away, officer.
Boşuna adamı sorguladık. Ha, her türlü Ryan'a gideceğim.
You know the way. You can drive.
Anladım. Yoksa bu burada olmayacaktı. Okay.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Ha, bakarsınız işte.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said,
son of a bitch.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. I need to be closer, Phelps. Get in close and steer him off the tar. Okay. One traffic stop coming up.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
show me your hands. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close this case.
You're behind the wheel.
Officer needs help, 103 and B.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Evet, Eren'e geldik.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You delusional detective. What campaign?
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
Insta-heat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them.
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, what was the cause of the fire in your own home, Ryan?
I won't tell you.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
Burada ne yapacağız? Biraz böyle. Adamı suçlayacağız mı, suçlamayacağız mı onu soruyor. Şöyle bir ekrandayım. Soru yok. 4. sorudan sonra direkt bunu soruyor bana. Suçla ya da suçlama diyor adamı. Direkt 4. sorudan sonra. İzle bir 4. sorudan. Bakayım, görmedim mi? Bak bakalım 4. sorudan sonrası. Efendim.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead. I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car?
I need a drink. God.
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the grand jury.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Yitir Bay Waverly mi? Nerede? Oğlum nerede? Ha.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out.
Bir anlık göremedim.
Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Ryan says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. He'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay fuses. We found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on. Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
Aynı soru yine geldi. Şimdi ne diyeceğim?
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Şimdi ne yapacağız?
Any ideas? Advice?
Let's lay a charge at one of these guys and put this to bed.
I didn't come to California to
Çıktım. Ryan'ın yanına gideyim. Hangisi Ryan? Hangisi Ryan? 1 mi? 2 mi? Hangisi Ryan? Yazmıyor. Hangisi ki? Birinci mi ikinci miydi bu?
You think those Vice boys get any on the side?
Ha bu. Gittim. Bunu mu suçlayacağız? Liv mi? Liv mi suçlayayım mı anlamadım. Tamam 1'e girdim. Suçlayayım mı?
Ryan, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me? I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine. What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case. We don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp by my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one, unfortunately.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd. We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders, Sergeant.
There's barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Fenerbahçe maçından sonra olabilir. 9'dan sonra.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of it.
Emin değilim ama. Söz vermeyeyim, olur mu?
Fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Hadi bakalım. Maşallah. Origamiciye geldik.
House fire, bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
İyiymiş. O zaman kapıyorum. 9'da açarsam gelirsin. Hadi görüşürüz.